Hi. Hi, sugar pies. How's it going today? Sorry, you may hear my phone go, Yoshi, because that's my text. Like when somebody sends me a message on Facebook, that's my sound. It says, Yoshi. So sorry if you hear my phone go off or you hear the quack, like that. Somebody is messaging me. Oh my God. But anyway, I would turn it off, like set it on like vibrate or something. But like, I don't like doing that because, in case of emergency or something, I like being able to hear, my phone go off. Like if my brother has an emergency with the kids or something, or mom or my dad or somebody, yeah. So I guess you guys are just going to have to deal with hearing random Yoshi or random quack. But it's okay. I promise you will survive hearing my phone do random noises. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Anyways, how are you today? Is everybody good? I surely hope so. I am fabulous. It's been a wonderful, beautiful day. Guess what? My A1 day ones, guess what? You guys remember how it was back in, was it 2023? No, it was even before that. It was 2022, Thanksgiving of 2022. My mom hit a deer on her way home from work late at night. See, this is why I don't like putting my phone on vibrate, because situations like that. She called me and she told me about it and thought that she had totaled her green car. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys a video of it. It was fucked. Like it is a newer car. I think it's like 2019 or something like that, which they just don't make cars the way. I don't know a lot about cars, but I do know that they're just not made like they used to be made back in the day when, I mean, my mom has a car from like the 90s. That's her backup car, maybe early 2000s. And it's a fucking tank compared to that newer car. Like I think she's hit a deer in that too. And like nothing happened to it. But no, it fucked the car up. I'm pretty sure that I showed you guys a video. I can't remember, but um we thought it would never be drivable again. But guess what? My younger brother, has been working on it slowly but surely. It runs like a champ now. We took it for a little cruise today. We went to Walmart and did a little shopping because I'm going to make a nice dinner tomorrow for the fam. And we went and we visited my brother for a minute and, just took a little cruise, listened to music on the back roads. And it was fabulous. The only thing that is wrong is, of course, the hood is fucked up, which that's just cosmetic right now. Later on down the road, we'll get a new hood, whatever. We already know how much it costs and already did all that. So it's lined up. Just when the extra money is available, that will be taken care of. And there's, whatever. And the air conditioning, which we got an appointment for the air conditioning to be charged in it. So I think that's like next Monday or Tuesday or some shit like that. Next week sometime. So the green weenie, as I call it, car is not dead. She is not totaled. She is fixed. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I love that car. That car, I actually feel comfortable driving. Now that other one of hers, I didn't. It is, I don't. It doesn't like I don't know. The steering's really tight, and that it's just better for me. Like the green one, that one I feel more comfortable. Even though I'm not a driver because I get anxiety and stuff. But back roads and stuff like that, whatever. I've talked to you guys about. If you're one of my A1 day ones, you already know. Anyway, now I wasted 6 minutes of the beginning here. No, I didn't waste it. My breath is never wasted, especially when I come on here and I talk to you guys. And even if I'm just like catching up with you, like I like to catch up with you guys and I like to talk for a minute and see if anybody comes in live and whatever. Hang on. I do got to do this. So I got to plug this laptop in. All right, babes. Anyway, today is the final chapter, the conclusion to our Life by Jen series. Today's the day we say goodbye to Jen. Both figuratively and literally, since we know what happens to her. This is probably going to be the saddest video yet in this little series that we've been doing about Jen, getting to know her. But anyway, I'm going to shut my pie hole, get this started, add my commentary where needed, where I feel like, and yeah. This one's going to be tough. Let me make sure that sound is working. Let me put on my television here. I like having another monitor going. Mm-hmm. You guys, I've been doing better about eating besides, my Oreos that I get a sweet tooth for and I have to have a couple Oreos. But no, I've been making better choices. Like today I ate a turkey and pepper jack cheese sandwich, which I know bread, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to eat bread. Sorry. I love bread. It's delicious. So fuck off. But I ate a turkey sandwich and some cottage cheese with some sea salt and some crushed black pepper. And it was good. I enjoyed myself. And then because I needed something sweet a little bit ago when I was setting up shop here, I ate an ice cream sandwich. So I can never be completely healthy. I mean, I can if I really tried, but I choose not to be. So it is what it is. I did get some exercise today, though. Even though it was just shopping in Walmart. Okay, let me check and see if... Even though it was just shopping in Walmart. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. Sound check. All right. You ready? Here we go. The conclusion, the final video in our Life by Jen little series here we've been doing. So let's go. Snowflake Studios.
I believe in life after death. I believe that our soul never dies. I believe that we are made up of energy, and that energy just shifts to a different realm.
True. That is true. Hang on, guys. I gotta pee real quick. I should have did this beforehand, but give me 1 second. You don't love me now. You never love me again. Still here you sit, I never break the chain. Look me in the eye. Stop dragging my heart around. You don't love me now. You never love me again. And I'll still hear you saying, never break the chain. All right, sorry guys. Of course, when we were cruising, I had control of the music. So it was Stevie Nicks, and we were singing at the top of our lungs with the windows down. So now Stevie Nicks is stuck in my head. So, hi, Susan. Hello. Glad that you could pop in. I'm just getting started. So you came at the perfect time. You are so on time. I just had to go pee really quick, and I was singing Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, whatever. It's all the same. Really loudly. But anyway, I hope you're doing good, darling. I hope it's beautiful out where you are. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just lovely. Perfect weather for cruising with your windows down. Oh, it almost makes me want to find me one of my old guy flings who we used to do that all the time. No, they're probably all married and have a million kids now. Oh God. Bill collectors. Oh, that sucks. That is always, that's never a good time, is it? Oh, freaking vultures, I'm telling you. Anyway, all right, darling, let's get into this. This is going to be really freaking sad because this is the last video. This is the conclusion to our Life by Jen series we've been doing. And we all know what happens in the end. So this is going to be pretty freaking sad. All afternoon of Bill. Oh, you poor woman. Well, I hope you get a break soon. Dang it. Sheesh. Oh, that's never any fun. All right. Let's get into this.
Here's my smoochy cat. Here's my smoochy cat. I knew that I was going to have to call the vet and have him put to sleep because keeping him alive was only prolonging the inevitable. So now here I am trying to figure out what my new normal of life is without him.
That is so sad.
15 years he's been in my life at a constant. It was just time. It was his time to rest. I haven't gotten him back yet. There's a pretty little wooden box on Amazon that I want to get. So I plan on putting his little lashes in the box along with his, I did get his little collar. He wore this collar for 13 years. With his little spoiled heart. Everybody always thought he was a girl because he had a pink collar. I always felt like he had a girl spirit, even though he was a boy. He just had a soft, sweet, gentle.
That's kind of a weird thing to say about a cat, but sorry about the buffering. Oh, God, we're having this issue again. Fucking annoying. I turned off my Wi-Fi on my phone, so maybe that'll help a little bit. But right, Susan, it's never freaking easy losing a pet. Oh my God, when my dog Kyra died in 2019, she was 13. Oh my God, it was sad. Even thinking about it now. She was such a good girl. She was so smart. Like, she was a mutt, but I swear some mutts are even smarter than pedigree dogs for real. Like, she was so freaking smart and well behaved. She was such a good girl. But I know that all doggies and kitties go to heaven, and bunnies, animals, they have spirits just like we do. The purest form, the purest thing. That's why I say I only judge people by how they treat kids and animals, because they are the purest souls. They are without sin, you know? Oh, wow. She was 19 when she passed. Wow. Well, she had a long and beautiful life. You gave her a wonderful, long life. And sadly, that's something that our pets don't last as long as humans. You know what I mean? So I know someday that Poppy and Luna, they're going to die before I do. And it's going to suck, but that's something that you just got to deal with, But it does suck. So that's why we just got to remember we gave them a beautiful, long, healthy, happy life. Their life was filled with love and happiness and lots of food. So, and I am positive that, what's her cat's name? Piggy. He had a wonderful life. She really loved that cat. You can tell she really loved him. So anyway, all right, let's go.
Gentle spirit. So, where do I go from here? I don't know. I am going to start uploading again and get back to some type of healthy eating. There's no excuse for eating like shit, but I just did. I regret it. Of course, I always regret it when I do it, but it's what I know, and it felt good at the time. So I plan on spending the next 2 days trying to work on myself and figure out what comes next.
I'm gonna say goodbye. Tell everyone bye-byes.
Oh, how cute.
It's ready. Hi, 151.8 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Very heartbreaking because I'm
Wow, that's a
creeping
lot.
back to my original 570s that I was when I very first started a couple of years ago. I've only maintained like 20-pound loss in 2 years. Like I said, 551.8, and that is a 14.4 pound gain since March the 16th, just over. So very disturbing, to say the least. And so you might as well say 15 pounds in a month is crazy. And there's no excuse why. I mean, I know why. I've been eating shit.
Sorry
I am
about the
restarting
buffering.
again for the probably millionth time now. My weight loss journey. I have hired somebody who is going to help me. So actually paying someone to help me, I think, will motivate me more. That I don't want my money just to be going out for no reason. I know I haven't had any success, but the success I did have has been with keto. But the person that I am working with, my professional, my coach, is informed me that that probably isn't what I should be doing. So it's going to take me a while to get used to a different pattern of eating.
Oh my gosh. So annoying. I'm sorry, guys, for the buffering bullshit. Though Jen believed that Gene was a positive influence on her, he was struggling with his own addictions. Ah, who's seen that coming? We all did.
His drinking triggers me. You would think that knowing that he drank, that it wouldn't trigger me, or I just wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with someone that triggered me. But love doesn't work that way. Love doesn't see the flaws.
I relapsed, as you guys know, and then I had about a few weeks of clean time, and then I relapsed again. Can't really call it, I don't know, call it relapse. I started drinking again. It was just hard as hell.
I feel like they are not being truthful about his addiction. I think maybe he drinks, but I don't think that's his main addiction that he's having problems with. This is just the vibe I am getting. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm getting the vibe that it's more than that. And she knows that it's more than that. She just doesn't want to make him seem that bad. So they're using alcohol drinking as like a lesser thing. Like, for instance, say I was somebody and I was addicted to ice, meth. And I'm like, oh no, I just I don't do anything. I just smoke weed. I have a weed problem. I smoke weed all the time, but really you're iced the fuck out. You are trying to make it sound not so bad by something less bad for you, less hardcore, weed compared to ice, which is crazier. Yeah, I think so too, Susan. But hey, that's just our opinion. Yeah, I agree with that too. I feel he drank the whole time and she knew it. Yeah, yeah. And she covered for him. She just covered for him because, he's out there in the public eye now because she's out in the public eye and they're together or whatever. So, yeah, I definitely think that it was more than an alcohol issue. That's just my opinion.
Hell to get off the ride. I mean, and so, there was one night where she said, you need to leave, get out now, go find a shelter. And so then I was like, okay, so I started Googling the nearest bridge. I did start going to
Yeah, so he could be like, I bet you he used that against her too. I'm going to go off myself. I bet you he used that against her when she set her boundaries. Is like, I'm not having this shit in my house. You can leave. And he was probably like, oh, well, I'll just go find a bridge and jump off it. I bet you he used it. Right. She just took in anyone who showed her attention. Yeah. And he gave her the attention that she wanted. Desperate for a man. Which I'm not speaking ill of her. I'm just speaking what we are seeing. It doesn't mean she's a bad person. It just means her priorities were all fucked up. I mean, just saying. I personally think she didn't have a problem with him drinking. I think her problem was with the harder stuff, which is why she would flip out. And then he would be like, well, I'm going to go off myself. And that would make her feel bad. Like, dude, I've been here before. I know what's going on. I've been with dudes like that. You set boundaries with them and then they make you feel like, "Oh, you're killing me. You're going to cause me to want to go, end it all." Yeah, Susan, that describes it perfectly because I feel that way too. You feel different feelings about her, like anger and sadness. Yeah, like you feel pity for her and she's so relatable and so sad. And you're like, oh, girl, your heart breaks for her. But at the same time, you're like, oh my God, girl, are you serious? It's just like you want to shake her. Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It is. It's like so this whole thing, getting to know her has been like a emotional roller coaster for real. But yeah, I get it. I feel you. The mixed emotions. Mm-hmm.
AA. But wanted to detox. Not that I really needed to detox. I just needed to get off the ride and get my mind back into recovery mode.
The drinking had definitely become a problem when we were fighting. He needed to go and be in a place where he could come off the alcohol in a safe place medically, and then just be in a place where he wasn't.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know how they treat alcoholism. I guess it's the same as any other drug, but just the way they talk about it, it just makes it seem like he's on something harder than, yeah. You know what I mean? Is it making sense? I hope I made sense.
Readily able to get alcohol. So when he did get back, he was sober for 3 weeks, and it was wonderful. We got along perfectly. Then after 3 weeks, he started drinking again from morning to night. And so I just told him that he was going to need to pack a bag and leave. I thought that he was going to go to detox. Lo and behold, I didn't know that he went and checked himself into a hotel, and he was going to live it up and party it up for a whole day and overnight. Like the addict that I am, I used that as an excuse to use, and I was very upset. I just didn't know what the answer was. I didn't know if he was ever planning to go detox or not. Next morning, he got up and then went to detox, and he was there for a week.
I wonder if she was doing stuff with him. I mean, I know she talks about her food addiction like a normal drug which it is like a drug addiction. But the way she even talks about her food addiction is weird. Like she had a problem too. And I know this for a fact because I lived it, that if you have a partner who's doing something, you sometimes can start doing the same things they do. For instance, one of my very first boyfriends when I became an adult was a Xanax like junkie. And I had never done Xanax before in my life, and I tried it with him and I liked it. So therefore I became a Xanax junkie. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, this is just me thinking out loud, if this happened as well. And of course, she's not going to talk about it because, she's just going to make it she's just going to talk about her food addiction. She's not going to talk about the other thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, you thought that too, Susan? I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking that. Like I said, this is just us thinking out loud and, whatever. But maybe, I don't know. I just have that feeling too. So,
It's really hard watching somebody ruin their life. And sometimes I just stumble through my addiction and I don't think about what I'm doing to other people until I think about what he's doing to me and to himself. It's been a very turbulent weekend, and Monday I kicked him out not once, but 3 times, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's not clickbait because I actually took his keys and told him to leave. But on Monday, I told him we agreed that he agreed that he was going to be sober. He didn't need to go to detox, that we were going to start over, we were going to start working on the future. But neither one of us can get a grasp on our addictions. And like I said, I'm not blaming him, just him. My food is not good. Just last night, I ordered Papa John's pizza, and I ate brownies and pizza and breadsticks and soda. So I'm not blaming just him. This time, he's not coming back. Unless and until he gets help. I'm ignoring my own health. I'm ignoring my own addiction that I need to work on. I'm ignoring myself because I'm pouring all this time into our relationship and him and focusing on that instead of
yes, absolutely. This is a moment of clarity for her. She's not focusing on herself. She's focusing more on him. So she realized it.
focusing on myself and fixing myself. If we want to move forward and have a healthy relationship, we have to get healthy, each one of us. And I know that it's probably not a good idea for 2 addicts to live together, especially when they're still in the throes of using. I get that. That's just not what we chose to do. And I don't know what the future holds. Right now, he is in detox. He's over an hour away, and I do miss him a lot. First, how are you doing?
I guess I'm alright considering.
You look good. You look healthier. Well, you do.
Well, thanks. You and I had an agreement that if you were
Wow. She gave him a compliment. Oh, you look good. You look healthier. And he goes, yeah, well, thanks. Like he does not even like her. I don't feel like he's using her as a place to stay. He's probably a homeless drug addict on the street, started talking to her, conned his way into like I've dated guys like that. Bums. They go from girlfriend to girlfriend for their house, for the home, like strays. That's what he was. She took in a stray. God, that's just my feelings.
just started life together and I was going to come up here, then I would have to be sober.
But I am kind of being a hypocrite, and I do. Somebody made a comment yesterday and last night, and it made me think. I don't expect the same from myself. Like, why should I expect you to remain on the wagon and sober if I'm not doing well myself?
Right. I mean, that's a viable.
And I agree with that.
concern.
I agree with that.
Good timing. I was about to order our stuffed nachos.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I got a date.
But we always have stuffed nachos
Yeah,
on
he does
game
not
nights.
care at
Okay,
all.
I'll say.
I know.
Whatever.
He doesn't give a damn about her.
Hello, YouTube fam. We are now going to go over questions with answers.
Well, no, we haven't started yet.
I just did.
But we didn't say hello.
I did. I said hello.
But I was messing with my hair.
That's what's
Exactly.
amazing about the negative comments. It's like, I already know this about myself. This is why I drink.
I
Well,
can
it's also
choose.
keyboard warriors.
Hello, Mrs. Peacock. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. This is if you whenever you got the time, please check out the other videos we did talking about this YouTube creator. Her name's Jen. My Life by Jen, the sad story of Life by Jen. Please check them out when you got some time, because this is kind of like you know how I like to do the getting to know other YouTubers thing. Well, she was a YouTuber. She sadly passed away, and this is the final video that we're doing on her, and this tells how she passed away and stuff. So when you got time, check them out though. And sorry because it's buffering. I have to use Restream instead of StreamYard, and it's worse than StreamYard with the buffering shit. It's really annoying. So I apologize for that. I think tomorrow, wait, it's the weekend. Tuesday when I come back, or Sunday or Tuesday when we are back, I'll be able to use StreamYard again because I got like 20 more hours until my monthly allowance of hours is back for StreamYard. So we'll be back there and it won't be so buffery.
You know,
Right, but I
there's a lot
can
of keyboard
choose.
warriors out there. They get real tough.
But you have
nice
to.
and tough when you're back there doing this. But in person, it's what you call two-faced. In person, hi, you know, you're so nice. I'm coming to an agreement with everything that you say. But behind the scenes, you grow some teeth.
He
That's
does
what you call
not.
trolls. Yeah.
He
Hide
doesn't
underneath
like
the bridge,
criticism.
right? Out of the light, out of sight, right? But when you come out in the light, then you're all happy and nice and act Christian or whatever, right? Act like the good little liberal that you are.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so here's how I'm going to describe how my business involves social media. So if I want to do all this, I can do all this because this is my business. And y'all can't get
Girl, but you're making it everybody else's business by putting it out there like that. This is what I don't get about people are like, you need to mind your own business when they put their business out there on social media. See what I mean with I see now it's what you said earlier, like Susan, about how you feel so many emotions with her. You feel sadness for her, you feel empathy for her, you feel pity for her, and then also you get pissed off and you feel anger towards her because this shit right here, she's feeding off of his energy because that's what he's doing, like, because he doesn't like being he doesn't like that people see him for what he is and they're calling him out because he's putting himself out there to the public. If you put yourself out there to the public, you put your business out there, it becomes everyone's business. So that's what really fucking annoys me about people when they do shit like this. And did she have trolls? Absolutely. Everybody does have trolls that are mean and, you know, but I feel like she's more referring to people who are telling it how it is, you know, like, hey, because it seems like the only time that this is a problem is when he's in the picture. So, you know, put two and two together.
business. So if I want to come over here and, you know, gain 50 pounds, not healthy, not good, but if I want to come over here and do that and speak my mind, I can do that because not your business.
Is Gene on the road to recovery? On the road to recovery, I mean, I'm struggling, honestly. It just, if you do, damn if you don't. Am I on the road to recovery? Yes, I'm on the road to recovery. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes involved, and I don't know. Yes, I am. I want to be. My spirit wants to be, but it's just tough.
Are you or are you not? You see how he danced around that question?
It's ready. £570.6.
Oh my God. She's almost
I
600
always
pounds
fool myself
now.
thinking if I'm not eating fast food or junk food, it'll be all right and I'll lose weight and I won't gain any weight, but I'm not counting my calories. I'm not being careful of the types of foods I eat other than not eating fast food, which I guess is a step in the
She's
right
being
direction.
lazy
I'm not
and eating
drinking
garbage.
soda, which
That's
is good.
what happens.
I have had soda a couple times, but not on a daily basis like I was. I don't want this to be the rest of my life. I don't want to be stuck here, literally and metaphorically. I don't want to be in this apartment for the rest of my life. I don't want to be in this situation for the rest of my life. And I've already spent 10 years doing the same thing over and over again. And in the broader sense, I've already spent most of my life going through the same cycles again and again and again. And if I don't break the cycle, it's either going to end up with me over 600 pounds again, or it's going to end up with me dead from either cancer or some other obesity-related illness, disease. I am going back to keto. I know that there are a lot of people that have strong opinions, but whether keto works or it doesn't, it worked for me last summer. It helped me lose 60 pounds. The only reason why it stopped working and the only reason why I gained the weight back is because I stopped doing it. I'm going to attempt to do a 16-hour fast. I'm also going to attempt to do some kind of physical activity 5 days a week, some type of movement and exercise. I'm not the type to just lay in bed and do nothing. I'm always up, even if it's just the smallest of things or going downstairs or going outside. I'm always usually up doing something. And I've been sleeping a lot.
You sure about that, girlfriend?
And yesterday morning on Thursday, I woke up and I was getting dressed to go outside, but I was putting on my bra and I touched a place on my breast, on my right breast, and I was like, that's sore. Why is that sore? Decided I was feeling tired with the whole depression thing and I needed to sleep, and I was getting undressed to put my pajamas back on, and I noticed at that time that I looked down and there was a big area of my breast that was red and kind of puffy, and it kind of felt like a cross between a sunburn and
cellulitis? It sounds like cellulitis.
something that was itching. So I went to see my doctor, and sure enough, it is cellulitis on my right breast. So
bada bing, bada boom. Dang, I'm
I
smart.
got a prescription for an antibiotic and then a prescription for a steroid. It just seems like it's one thing on top of another, and I understand that it's more than likely my weight. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Every time something happens, it's always my weight.
Oh yeah, girl. Hell, who's seen that coming?
So I said it was going to be my goal to fast every single day for this next week. And I did not fast every single day for that week. So I failed that little mini goal for myself. But I'm going to reset that goal for myself for this coming week. And then my other goal for the week is to track everything. I haven't been tracking the calories. I haven't been tracking my macros at all. We decided to order something, tried to make it as kind of healthy as possible. It's not that healthy. This is mine. I got the taco salad. Pretty little taco bowl. And then Jean got
Burrito grande.
ooh, that is a grande. Chips and so
Ain't gonna lie, that looks hella fire. The taco salad and the gigantic burrito looks hella delicious.
and we got this to share. I won't defend my relationship, my choices, my food, my diet, anything like that ever again. I don't have to. Like I said, I'm not that unique. There are a lot of people who struggle with the same things that I do. No matter how many times you fail, it's not about failing, it's about getting back up and keep trying to push forward. Kind of doesn't feel like pizza without pop, so we just got the Big K, I think it's Big K, yeah, diet root beer. And then I got, for my treat, since it is date night, treat night, 3 different Quest bars: chocolate chip cookie dough, chocolate peanut butter, and the cinnamon roll.
Being your professed Christians, are you planning to get married soon? Both of us are very much open to marriage.
Even if you wanted to get married tomorrow, I don't want to roll down the aisle and wheelie to actually.
Oh my god. Ugh. So annoying when couples are like that. I mean, I've never been, it's just very much like, oh, hold my hand while I go poopy, like, I don't know. I'm not the clingy type. I've never been like that. I've never had it's just, I don't know. Ugh. It's just me personally. It's like, blah. It's, yeah. Not saying it's not, it's just me personally. It's annoying to, ugh.
Walk down the aisle.
Do you and Jean enjoy traveling? And what is your dream destination?
I do enjoy travel. Well, I haven't had the opportunity to travel, but I would love to travel. That would be something that we would love to do together. Dream destination? Hawaii.
He always looks at her like he's disgusted with her. Is it just me?
So this is Luna. This is
Aw.
my little baby. I knew that I eventually would get another cat, but we just didn't know what time that would be, and I wasn't in a rush because Piggy was a huge part of my life, and I loved him more than I could even describe. Oh, kitten on the keys. Luna Moon.
Taking off the camera.
Oh, it's
Do
a
you feel
Luna.
like Jean holds you back from weight loss or enables you or could help you more?
He definitely does not hold me back. As far as enabling, does he enable me? Honestly, yes, he does. I enable him, he enables me, and it's very easy to do. And is there codependency between us? There's definitely a lot of codependency between us. he mirrors me very well, and I can see myself in him so well, and I learn a lot about myself through him.
I bet.
Even though he doesn't have a food problem, a food issue, an eating disorder, I can see my addiction in him, and I'm sure that he can see his addiction in me, because they're so closely intertwined that I have learned so much from just having him in my life, and such a positive influence. You would think it would be a negative, but it definitely has been a positive, opening my eyes to the reality of the situation in my life. I know when you have an eating disorder, a lot of people focus on the health issues. And yes, I have a lot of health issues. I have a lot of things that, if I don't lose this weight soon, that could very well kill me. But what is more than that, that aside, is the emotional issues of what this eating
Say your worst fears were realized. What is the worst thing that could happen?
I wish there was something I could do about it. I think our friend Dirt yesterday, he told us so I can't remember what website he said, something about will help with that.
I'm going to show you what I honestly eat in a binge day. So the 420 calories, creamy potato soup, and it is the most delicious soup. I'm gonna make that, have it with crackers, and start sipping on my Dr. K. I'm just gonna take the big old bottle into the room with me.
Oh
so I
no.
can just chug it at my will. This will be gone by tonight probably, or at least most of it will be.
Horrible.
So yeah, Jane has been actively drinking for, at this point, 2 weeks now. I have to figure out what I want out of life. If I just want to give up, I mean, nobody is forcing me to get better. Nobody's forcing me to lose weight. I guess there comes a time to ask yourself, is this really what I want? And if it is what I want, why am I not doing it?
Right, Susan?
Made a Rice Krispie treats yesterday. I thought Gene liked Rice Krispie treats, and then he informed me that he didn't. So, I mean, I was making them because I wanted them mostly, but I thought he liked them as well.
Those are some thick Rice Krispie treats.
So, they'll all be eaten by me. She says, do you?
All right, girl, but you don't have to eat it all in one sitting. I mean, eat a little hunk in one day, eat a little hunk the next day, eat a little hunk the next day. Like, they'll be all right for a few days. They're not gonna, like, you don't gotta eat it all in one sitting, which I hope she didn't eat it all in one sitting. Yeah, she does. She does. She just keeps getting bigger and bigger until she finally, and it is directly one of the biggest issues directly is him. He was a huge factor in what happened to her. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You think you'll finally regret letting food limit you from living a life you actually enjoy when you are on your deathbed? That's kind of morbid and kind of a realistic hello. I don't think I have to wait till I'm on my deathbed to regret it. I already regret it. I regret every single life letting food limit my life.
Well, it sounds like Carly P is not has no issues with addiction.
No.
Because the reality of it is that us addicts, regret on a daily basis what the hell we're doing to ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like this is some, it's fun. It's really not fun to destroy your own life.
All right, so we have decided that we are going to do keto as a couple.
Yep, doing keto. I'm doing keto too.
And I'm going to do keto too.
We together
are going to do keto.
keto.
As many people have pointed out, I've gained a lot of weight. I'm going to try my hardest to stay away from soda. I'm going to try to give up soda completely.
If I'm doing this, you're doing it too, baby. So yeah.
Yeah. He says, and I have no reason to doubt him because he knows his body, that for him he needs honey to transition off of white sugar.
Done this so many times, as far as fasting. So anytime I've come off of sugar, or white sugar rather, highly processed sugar, crap, junk sugar, then I have really bad headaches, migraines. And so I use honey, which is more natural, or is natural. I noticed that my body transitions a whole lot easier. So anyways, I do that for 3 days and then I come completely off of sugar, and it works for me. There's so many people on this planet thinks that all 7 billion people have to be like cookie cutter, but this is my experience, so.
Gene isn't obviously doing this for weight loss. He has gained about 30 pounds in the last year or year and a half.
6 months, actually. So we are going to do keto together, out of support for her, and also out of, so this is my reasoning, my personal reason.
Oh my gosh, Susan, you knew a woman like that and she went through her kitchen floor. Her husband said he was tired of taking care of her and locked himself in a room, and she found him passport. Oh my God. That's freaking tragic all the way around. That is tragic. Oh, man. That's horrible.
Support and to hopefully reverse this pre-diabetic thing I got going on, to lower my sugars, to bring my body back into a healthy state.
Right. And I do agree they probably put stuff in processed food to keep you addicted to it, additives.
Would not surprise me a bit.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either.
Like
so
McDonald's.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
I really don't like McDonald's. I really don't. They are evil. They're just junk. You can let a hamburger sit out, French fries for like a year. Damn thing doesn't change.
But here's the
like
thing.
That's nothing. That's fake food, man.
Well,
that's
yeah,
plastic
I
food.
agree. It's not healthy for you at all. But you don't like McDonald's at all. But he surely did not have putting away a lot of McDonald's last year.
Because I was being nice. I said, sure, Jennifer, you can have some McDonald's. And there was this demon that came out of the French fries and grabbed me by the face and pulled me in.
No, he was enjoying the McDonald's as much as I was. There was even a couple times where he was like, I'm craving
I
just
bet
a
you,
good old American classic adult size hamburger.
I bet you after that they turned that live off, I bet you he gave her fucking hell for, even though it's jokey on camera, I bet it wasn't so jokey off the camera. I'm just saying.
And then I think he's going to eat a piece of this pepper. I don't know. He said he wanted it. And now I'm not sure if he still wants it. I fixed it because he said he wanted it.
A couple of bites.
I fixed it because I said, do you want a piece of this? And he said, yeah, sure, fix it for me.
I just want the meal to be simple because this is a part of my problem. I'd rather drink my meal than like do all this. I can't stand eating. Eating is not my thing.
Well, no, your McBelly says otherwise. You enjoyed eating this past year.
The main trigger is it's preparing. It's highly annoying for me to prepare because there's so much you have to touch. There's so much to have to look through. It's not easy. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. I mean, I almost just want to take it out of the fridge and just throw it away and just be done with it. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, I mean, to get on DoorDash and to order McDonald's, that's real easy and it's fun. This, completely opposite end of the spectrum.
You know what's really sad? If he had a better personality, if he was like a good guy, like he wouldn't be that, he'd be kind of a catch, but he's not. He's just not. I just get his energy, his vibe just doesn't give me I'm a good guy, and it gives me user. And addicts aren't horrible people. You know, they just got problems, and maybe he's different nowadays. Maybe he's changed. I don't know. But his just personality makes him so unappealing. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
We have grown a lot in our relationship in the past year.
Absolutely. Which then brings us to our announcement.
You want to know why he married her? You want to know why? I bet you can guess. So when she croaks, kicks the bucket, he gets everything of hers. This is a long con. This guy is pulling the long con on her, but unfortunately, he didn't have to wait long. Oh, God. I'm so skeeved out by this dude.
Fall of 2022 is when, in that area, you want to say where? I mean...
Oh. Around the ocean.
Oh no.
Most traditional buy now, pay later options have 4 fixed payments that stack higher and higher with everything you buy.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Oh no, it's getting closer. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, the buffering. Please stop. Please stop buffering. Please. Can you please stop buffering? I'd really appreciate it.
My father passed away a week and a half ago. When I first heard the news, I was kind of just in a state of shock. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't feel anything like I thought I'd feel. For many years as a teenager, I haven't seen my dad in 30 plus years. I imagined for many years as a teenager, I imagined him dying. I even plotted out ways that he was going to die in my head because that was a happy thing for me back then when I was...
Oh, come on. It might be the internet too that is making it extra buffery because
fresh out of being abused. When I heard, I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I started feeling very mad. Other people, he was a great person. He was, to his new family, he was apparently a great dad. That's not the man that my mom and I knew. That was not the man who sexually abused me for 11 years of my life. Then I wonder why, he couldn't just apologize or admit to what he did. There's a whole different part of my life that has opened up, I feel freed in a way. I feel like a burden has been taken off of my shoulders, that I'm not carrying around this negativity anymore. Although I know I will always carry that with me, it makes me part of who I am. The worst part of who I am. I started this about weight loss and my attempts to lose weight. But somewhere along the way, it just hasn't worked out. There's always an excuse why. The reality of it is that it doesn't matter what food plan I do. None of them are going to work unless I commit to it and stick to it, and I just haven't. I'm going to be turning 45 in less than a month. I don't want to keep failing at this and looking like an idiot in front of everyone. I want help. I say I want help, but I don't actively seek help. I stop going to therapy. I don't take my medicine. I don't do the things that are required of me to get better. I don't want to go into my 45th year at 600 pounds. And I am very close to it.
Right, Susan? That's true.
21.8 pounds.
Oh my God. 621 pounds. Dude. Oh my God. Last time we seen this, it was 570. Oh my God. You cannot convince me that he is not the problem. I mean, yeah, ultimately it's her, but you cannot convince me that he did not contribute to this because, oh my God, man. This is like, I think the smallest that we've seen her on her journey here was in the 520s or maybe 514 or somewhere around that. That is 100 pounds within like a year or two. I agree. I think he was a feeder. I think he enjoyed sabotaging her. And I feel like we talked about, I feel like he wanted her to pass away so he would get everything of hers because he's a con man. He's a bum. That's just what I feel anyway. Yeah, 528 pounds, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right, Susan. I think you're right. That sounds right. But yeah. Ew.
I have had kind of a hard life. I didn't ever set out to be a shut-in. I didn't set out to be a person that did nothing with their life. And you just sit and look back on your life and be like, I'm 45 and this is where my life has gotten me. Pretty much nowhere. People can leave some hateful or hurtful comments about the way you look. But let me tell you, as hateful and hurtful as some of those comments are, they aren't nearly as hateful and hurtful as the things that I think about myself. I have given up on life and just waited to go. Because I didn't feel like I had anything to offer anyone. It's been years since I've had this channel, and even more years before I even had this channel, that I've been fighting this unsuccessfully. But that does not mean that someday it will not be successful. I still have hope, and that's that.
Right? That's obvious.
I'm in no way, in shape or form, eating healthy all the time. There are days that I eat very healthy. My eating has improved quite a bit. I'm still drinking mainly water. I have went back and I have had a few sodas. A couple days I've had a few sodas. So I'm trying to work on that. I am, and I am doing
It
better.
just said
Perfect,
this,
but
it
better.
was clear
Still
that
working.
she was not doing enough.
I do have some other medical
Basically, is
conditions
what it
that
said.
are being looked after at the moment, I guess you could say. One of them is the possibility of being diabetic, which scares me. But I should have known that it was coming because of my weight. I mean, you don't get to be over 600 pounds and have a clean bill of health, obviously. I am committed to trying to get away from the processed foods as much as I can. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but I am working really hard to eat more fresh stuff. Gene is even committed to eating more fresh stuff because his diet isn't the best either. He has some medical issues. A lot of people have said that they think he's a feeder. Kind of the other way around. He ate pretty darn healthy when he lived at home, and since he moved here, it's been.
Honey, healthy food has nothing to do with it, girl. He could be feeding you healthy food all day. He's still a feeder. He's still pumping you up. And why does it look like she keeps looking at him off camera, like looking at him like to make sure she's not saying anything wrong? This right here makes me definitely think that he's a feeder. Even more so.
Fast food, junk food, and he's gained 30 pounds.
621.0 pounds.
I have not weighed in since my last weigh-in, which was a few months ago. I don't know if I've lost. I've been a lot better for. Like last week has been a lot better. I was craving a candy bar, and I was like, I needed a candy bar. Like I was on the verge of like hunting it down and devouring tons of candy. I will deprive myself. I'll fight the urge, fight the craving for so long, then I will dive headfirst into tons and tons of whatever it is I'm craving. So today I went and I got a candy bar out of the vending machine, but I only ate half of it. So that is a huge improvement of what I used to do. Also with the soda, I have had a couple regular sodas here and there, but I'm mostly drinking, and I don't have them every day. But when I do, I have a diet soda, or I've changed to juice.
Juice is a little bit better, but it's still sugary.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Getting started is easy, and the process has already helped over 500,000 people and counting.
Still is, sugary. There's still lots of sugar juice. Oh no. We're getting closer. Oh, so sad.
Jennifer.
Gene.
And this is my journey to better health, to mobility, to weight loss. My journey to weight loss after trying and then not trying for I don't know how many years on my channel. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So
It's been 39 days now that
we have been here. Jennifer has been here.
Yes.
I have been here every single day with Jennifer, anywhere between, well, mostly about 10 hours a day.
But I appreciate everything that Gene has done for me. He has done more for me than anybody would. And he's went above and beyond, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, girl, because he wants your shit when you finally go.
I had MRSA, I have a septic, and I've had 2 UTIs since I've been here. And I'm still dealing with some abdominal bowel issues still.
And
hold on, my arms. Can you reach around and hold it? Because my arm is getting...
Oh no. Let me see if I can set it on something. Jeez.
Oh, that's a little better. I was going to be released after 2 weeks. Week and a half, 2 weeks. Then I had been in bed so long, and I had become so weak that I could not even sit up on my own. And which is extremely scary. It's scary enough when I have the knowledge that I can't walk freely like other people do, but that's all self-inflicted. I mean, I know I've done all this to myself, so I'm not complaining too much, but being in the hospital such a short time, I had no idea I would lose my mobility so quickly.
It took 3 days for not getting up
to lose it.
Yeah. PT's been working with her. Pretty good. Kind of a hit and miss.
I think today was I hit a milestone for me.
Successful.
I was able to sit up on my own without assistance. So when I came into the hospital, I weighed 657.
Oh my.
Which was unbelievable because at home, my scale was saying 621 at the highest. So I was off a bit, my scale was. 2 days ago, they had me zeroed out the bed, and they weighed me again. And I now weigh 577 pounds. So I've lost a total of 80 pounds since I've been here.
Wow.
She can't wear her ring.
Imagine that, where her food is monitored and where he can't feed her. Imagine that. She lost 80 pounds from being in the hospital, where he doesn't have access to her, as you know what I mean, like that. Wow, imagine that.
So I had to take it back home.
Yeah, I can't wear my engagement ring. It keeps sliding off. The first 2 weeks I was on a carb control diet, but then they moved me to a non-restricted diet, so I can order anything off the menu. I can have Gene go to the cafeteria and get me whatever. I can order DoorDash. I'm going to give myself some credit too, because I have been making healthier choices. When I came in, they did find out I was diabetic, and I have been on insulin.
You know, another thing, like, he rarely ever, like, touches her either. Like, I don't know about you, but all my boyfriends, they definitely wanted to touch me a lot. You know what I mean? Like, he does touch her, obviously, like he gave her a hug, and that one time he gave her a peck on the, like, lips. And, you know, the whole hand thingy with the that statue thing that they made with the hands, whatever. Like, he never shows, like, he looks at her like he's disgusted. He doesn't touch her or show her any kind of affection. Yeah, you noticed that too? Yeah. Like, he legit was just waiting for her to keel over, and he was feeding her. He's definitely, in my opinion, feeding her until she did. Like, he was feeding her to death, like you said, Susan. That's my opinion. And so he wanted to get married so that he would get all of her shit. That's the bottom line, because Sarah said so. That's what I think, anyway.
Thankfully, most of the time now, my numbers are controlled by my diet, and I don't have to get shots that often. Since I've been in here, I have totally lost my appetite for sweet stuff. Gene has gotten a piece of cake or something from the cafeteria. Like the other day, he got a chocolate chip pie, a piece of chocolate chip pie. And I was like, like the dietitian told me, there's nothing that I can't have, but I just have to fit it into my carbs and fit it into my calories. So I was like, I'll just take a couple bites of that for something sweet. But then when I tasted it, it was way too sweet. I'm very happy with the direction my weight loss is going. I'm very hopeful that it will continue. I try to remind myself there's a reason for everything. And if the reason that I have been put here for 40 days, 39 days, is because I need to lose weight, if that was the reason to kickstart it, to get me to realize that I was in severe denial about my problems, about my condition, then I'll take this. It's just boggles my mind that I am almost lost. Hello.
Hello, honey.
Just making a video.
Huh?
Just making a video.
Oh, you're fine.
No, you're good. We don't have a tripod, so we're using Ensure.
All right.
My normal.
You're normal.
Good.
All right, honey.
Got another few hours.
Oh, no. How about a few more days?
Yeah.
A long time from now.
Yeah. Everything is looking really positive, except I was supposed to go to rehab this week. Things fell through, and now we're back at square one, looking for a place to go. Between my insurance and my weight, they were having a hard time finding somewhere that would take me.
This has been the hardest thing I personally have ever gone through.
What the fuck? What is this? Is this dude really making this about? This is personally the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. Are you serious? He's making this about him? Excuse me, are you the one in a hospital bed, bro? Are you the one who's almost 700 pounds? Knocking on death's door? No. What a fucking self-centered douche canoe. Ew. He literally said that. Those words came out of his mouth. This has been the hardest thing I've ever been through. Yeah, sure, buddy. Ew. Yep, he's just waiting. He's like, oh, come on and die already. Come on. I want all of your things.
I can say that for Jennifer as well.
Aside from losing
Oh, as well.
Aside from, loss. Yeah, personal. Yeah.
There were times I didn't know if she was going to make it, quite honestly. I mean, she went, I don't know if it was hospital.
Yeah, and I bet you were just frothing out the mouth. Oh, yeah. She's going.
Delirium, or there's times when she just
zone out. There were several times where they came running to my room because I was like there but not there. Like I was underwater and I just couldn't make myself answer or interact. I'm still at the hospital.
Oh my God.
Today is day 44.
I don't know if it's just the angle, but oh my God, she looks swollen. Oh my God. I don't know. See, now I feel pity for her. Now I feel bad, like, for, like, oh, it's sadness. It goes from, like, she irritates you. It's like, girl, I just want to shake you. And then it goes to, like, oh my God, I want to cry for her.
I've been crying a lot more. I want to go home. I want to go home to my babies. All right, let me show you what I'm having for dinner. They call these keto cups. And no, I'm not doing keto. That's just what they call them. Gene got me that from the cafeteria before he left. Also from the cafeteria, because that's not available on the menu to order. Also got one of these Amish and meat sticks. It's really good. I've had this a couple days, and it's very good. From Thursday until today, which is Tuesday, I've lost another 7 pounds. So I'm down to 570 now. A very skinny 570. It's amazing to me how quickly I'm losing weight and how I could have been doing this the entire time if I just watched my portions. So I'm having that, and then a bottle of Diet Sprite to drink. And some more water. I got another little protein cup from the cafeteria. We got a piece of, let me see the top, sugar-free pie, pudding pie. We're gonna share. I'll see how that tastes.
I got so frustrated with ads on YouTube, I was watching more commercials than content. Privacy Ad Blocker was a game changer. Installation was a breeze.
Skip. 8 months.
I've had a long ordeal of being in the hospital, and now I'm in rehab.
Skilled nursing
Rehab. Since I've been here, I have had a couple of setbacks. I was doing really well with physical therapy. Then I came down with COVID. I tested positive for COVID.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's getting extra food. Yep. There's no way that she looks humongous. There's no way she's losing weight. She's getting extra food. She's still lying to herself and the viewers. Mm-hmm.
So then I was put back in isolation for 10 days. I did lose my my sense of taste and smell. And then another lovely side effect that I had, my hair started falling out. And we all know that I have very thin hair to begin with. And it started coming out really bad. Gene would brush my hair, and the brush would just be full of hair. I just decided to cut it off.
Is she trying to say that that's a side effect of COVID? Because it definitely isn't. That has something to do with... That happened to Foodie Beauty, Chantal. I'm pretty sure that's why she wears that like hijab thing and was wearing wigs and shit. Is that what it's called or whatever? And like wigs and shit because she was losing her hair or something. Yeah, that's definitely not a side effect of COVID, girl. That's something going on with you.
Off, which is why we're wearing the pretty little beanie here. I was going to start therapy, and lo and behold, I felt my stomach that are very painful. We don't really know exactly what they are right now.
That has been holding her back from doing more PT
because of pain.
We could really use your prayers. She needs some good prayer.
So
this has been a very hard, tough road for really the both of us. And she would be very close to coming home. She'd be doing excellent physically wise, but now between COVID that put her out, and then now the pain that she's having it's just one setback after another. It's just been very
Yeah. My sweetheart has been gone for way too long. But she is home.
I have had the longest, almost 7 months of my life. I need to get back on track. The last few months have been very discouraging. I'm laying down because the bed that I got is not working correctly, and they were going to have to get me a new one. The past few months have been like a complete nightmare. The good part about being in the rehab hospital, I worked extremely hard on my eating disorder, and I'm happy to say that I am now in recovery from my eating disorder. I haven't binged in quite some time. My blood sugars are under control. I'm losing weight. Oh, there have been people that have said, like, they've left comments on my TikTok channel, I expect you to have lost 100 pounds. Well, there's no reason for anyone to expect anything of me. I'll lose my weight at my pace and in my time. I'm not here to answer to anybody, to along and
yeah, girl, but sharing your journey is, I mean, isn't that part of sharing your journey? You know what I mean? Sorry, there's a, like, I'm trying to scrub. There's like a spot on the couch and looks like something got spilled and I'm trying to scrub it. But anyway, yeah, he wants pity too, and he wants prayers for her. He wants her to hurry and go. Exactly, Susan. That's my opinion as well on that.
in very frustrating 7 months. So aside from what I've been going through personally, Gene and I have been having some difficulties in our relationship, and we did separate for a period of time. Then we came back together because we love each other and we want to work things out. And also because he wanted me home. He didn't want me at the hospital any longer than I had to be there, and he was willing.
That kind of, he didn't want me at the hospital any longer than I had to be there. No, he didn't want you at the hospital because it was taking you too long to go when you're in the hospital. When you're at home, he has control over you. That's what I feel like anyway.
Willing to take care of me until I can get up on my feet again and more mobile. Gene had been with me pretty much, well, every single day that I was in the hospital for 2 months. There was a shortage of nurses. I just required more care than they were able to give me, I felt.
How in the hell, if you're in the hospital and I require more care than what I'm getting in the hospital, isn't that the epitome of care, is when you're in the hospital? No. Dude, your boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, wanted you home so he could feed you without restrictions and without anybody like raising an eyebrow to him, and have control over you so he could do what he wants to you and help to end your life. Yeah, right, Susan? Don't make no sense. Oh, God.
That's why Gene and I felt that he was needed there to help take care of me. He did help take care of me. The food there, I was supposed to be on a diabetic diet. And come to find out that the only small difference is you don't get real sugar packets on a diabetic tray. You just get sugar substitutes.
It looks like the problem she probably had was the portion size, because the portions look definitely normal. She couldn't binge on it.
It was like unbalanced, but it just wasn't what I was hoping for a diabetic diet. I could have people bring me food. I did order DoorDash a couple times, and then the one time I was craving avocado so bad, I had Gene bring me an avocado because I thought I was gonna go insane if I didn't have an avocado.
Yeah, but how many of those avocados did you eat, Garrel? I love avocados, though. They're delicious. Avocado toast with a little sea salt, a little crushed pepper.
It took 2 weeks before they even started PT on me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the food didn't look bad at all. Right. It did.
Ahead, and I would be back up on my feet and better than I was before if I had to come home. It is my fault that I'm where I am right now, and I take full responsibility for that. What I am not taking responsibility for is not receiving the proper physical therapy that I needed when I was in the rehab facility. For the system, the healthcare system, to treat people the way they do is ridiculous. It's just unfair how obese people are treated. Not by any one individual, but just by the system itself. When I was sent to this facility, I believe that it was in the intention of the facility and the insurance
sweeteners. It's not too sweet. Coconut water, very good, very healthy. Jennifer had requested a 6-pack of the Diet Dr. Pepper. And we're going to spoil ourselves tonight. We're going to have a little pizza. It was very stressful. I thought I was going to lose my woman. I did not know. I was praying fervently, and it was very heartbreaking to see her go through all this and not knowing exactly what would happen, and just trying to prepare myself. This actually could happen, and how am I going to handle it?
Yeah, you know how you were going to handle it. You guys get married yet? Did they get married, or are they still just engaged? I don't know. I didn't catch that, or I don't know. I mean, she'd probably still. I mean, he probably still got everything anyway, because at least the apartment and what the contents, because she put him on the lease as soon as he moved in, like he moved there. So
that was very tough. It's like, I don't think I would be able to handle it very well. Any physical therapist, good physical therapist, should know that you're going to take a person's baseline, so to speak, work on that in order to graduate them to the next baseline. So then now we have a new level of improvement, which now we have a new baseline. So you take that one, you work in order to improve to the next level. It only makes sense. It's common sense. I mean, you're not going to just do bed exercises for the rest of your life, right? So, however, anyways, very frustrating process with physical therapy in general. All the way through this entire experience has absolutely been frustrating and infuriating, even when she went to the so-called skilled nursing. Just crap. Absolute garbage.
what? Okay, so it's garbage. The professionals weren't. Professionals were trash. They weren't doing what they. Dude, what makes you think that you have the right to call them trash and garbage when they're the professionals? Huh? What makes it trash and garbage? Why are you so mad? Yeah. Like, hello. Yeah, they did both have rent. They probably got married at like a courthouse or some shit. Honestly.
Again, she was making progress, but they would be on their phones, and anytime that Jennifer would mention something about her life, they would be like, oh yeah, we blah, 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 and talk about their lives and all that.
Bro, oh my God. I can't stand this guy. Everybody's wrong but him. And yeah, the nose scratch, I mean, it could be because of being on pain pills, because I've been there. It makes your nose itchy. But that is also, if you watch the body language experts here on YouTube, when they're covering like people's body language, that can be a sign of deception as well, is like messing with your nose when you're telling a lie.
Honestly, when people are going through a tough time, we don't give a shit about your vacations or about your kids or about who you almost really are. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. It just seemed really.
When people were going through a tough time, oh, I didn't care. Bitch, this ain't about you. Oh my God. Why is he makes it all about him? So annoying.
Really selfish on their end, getting on their phones, talking about themselves all the time. Who cares about your phone? We're working on PT. Put your focus on the moment. Whatever.
Oh, quit.
Just go with the flow. Then she caught COVID. And it was like, that's why I wanted her to come home right after the freaking initial hospital, because I was thinking, all right, you can catch anything in these places. But there was some kind of hope that.
Don't you think that being in the hospital would be the best place for you if you had that shit? Because, they have respirators, whatever, medications, doctors, nurses, people know what the fuck they're doing. So, don't you think that would be the best place for you? This dude don't make no sense. I can't stand him. I hate him. Hate is a strong word. And I don't like to use it. But I hate this motherfucker. I hate him. He is partially to blame for why our girl Jen is no longer here on this earth. And you cannot convince me otherwise, in my opinion.
there would be actual professional skilled nursing and real improvement to go on. Well, no, there really wasn't. Then the physical therapist actually had the goal to put down on paper that she wasn't willing to put in the work.
She wasn't willing to put in the work. This whole time she's not willing to put it in the work. We see that. How is that unbelievable? It's not unbelievable because it's the truth. Guaranteed.
The hell? She was putting in the work and putting forth effort, desire. So that was frustrating. And I corrected them. I don't know if they corrected on their little paper, probably not.
This guy exhausts me. Despite her disdain for Jen's treatment at the hospital and rehab,
Jennifer has done
she
today.
continued to receive physical therapy at home.
Record here. We have 9 times of stand-ups, and we have 6 times of moving from bed to chair, chair to bed.
No, 4.
Right, Susan?
Well, it's 6, but you just did just now for the grocery haul.
No. I did 2 was here. 1 side.
Oh my God, quit.
After he
You know he isn't cleaning her and all that weight on her lungs, right? Yeah, I guarantee he isn't bathing her properly. I mean, yeah, he's her caretaker now. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He wanted this. He wanted to be her caretaker at home, even though his care isn't what it would be at the rehab facility or the hospital. It's not really care at all because he wanted the control. You know what I mean? We've all said it. We've been saying it, so I don't need to repeat it. But yeah, she literally looks like her body is so heavy that she's smothering. I feel so horrible. September 10th, 2022, Jennifer Gwen Ann Armstrong passed away at Wheeling Hospital. Did you hear that? Hear how she was talking about the past few months are going to be different? There's big changes coming? Or one filled with much suffering, and she would ultimately be relieved of it by the very thing that caused her that pain, her lifelong addiction to food. Yes, she lived in West Virginia. Yes. I don't think that yeah, I think his purpose was to bring her down. That's what he wanted to do.
Somebody, whether it's physical.
And that was it. Look how good she looked there. That is a good picture of her. Oh. And that was the end. I thought it was going to say specifically what she died from, but I don't know. I assume probably a heart attack or some. I mean, well, I mean, it could have been all kinds of things. She gained so much weight. I bet you she was damn near 700 pounds when she died. So all that weight on her organs and stuff, it probably just failed, you know? Exactly, Susan. You feel for her. You do. You feel for her, but you're mad because she could have helped herself. Yes. Yeah. It could be that, Susan. It could have been. Say what you want about Jean, but he was the only person who stayed with her, went through 7 months of hospitalization with her. Where was everyone else? Yeah, he was with her as much as we seen anyway. He was there a little bit to be on camera. I mean, we don't know what happened behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Her obituary said she had lots of friends, cousins, and a best friend. Didn't see any of them, only Jean. Yeah, probably because he isolated her from them. We don't know what happened behind closed doors, you know? Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, probably because she demanded that he do. And that obituary, who's to say that that wasn't, you know, a little bit of, you know how they say, oh, their smile lit up the room. They were the best person ever when they die. But in reality, when they were alive, they could have been kind of an asshole. You know, they embellish a little. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, I feel like he really controlled her. I agree with that opinion, Susan. I also think that he treated her badly behind closed doors because look at the way that he looked at her. He looked at her like he was disgusted by her. Oh, hungry fat chick. That's another one we need to. Mhm. She's an interesting one. Let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, that's that last part, what you said, the next 2, 3, 4 months, life's gonna be changing big time. I don't know exactly how yet, but it's going to change a lot. Just 3 months before her passing. Yeah. He didn't show her love though. Like maybe he gave her just little crumbs of it, and the little crumbs of this supposed love that he gave her, she was like, "Oh my God," you know? It's like giving a man who's like dehydrated and dying of thirst, giving him little drops of water here and there. Or like stick out your tongue and give him a little drop of water. They're like, "Oh my God, that's the best. Thank you so much for that little drop of water." You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, how he you it was so blatantly obvious that he didn't love her. That is so, I don't know. It's felt like a digital funeral. Yeah, I mean, kinda, but anyway. All right, let me get off here and we'll give our final little thoughts here on this. And yeah, those people saying Jean was there for her isn't seeing what I seen. Yeah, they're not. They must be living in delusion land or something because yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're friends with him or something. I don't know. But it was clearly obvious to me, and at least you, Susan, that he he didn't love her. He didn't love her. He wasn't in love with her. You didn't see him being touchy and like showing her love. He literally, when he was looking at her, looked like he was disgusted. Like he was never smiling. He just had this look of like almost like frowning, like, ew. You know what I mean? It's crazy how we see something and other people were seeing, I don't know. We see the true. We see the true. But anyway, all right, darling. That was the end. Poor Jen. But we can say that now she is free of her addiction or addictions. She's free of that prison she was in of her body. She is with her grandmother, her mother, her father. Even though he wasn't such a good guy, the afterlife, I don't know how it works, but I like to think that you get forgiven if you truly are sorry. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yes, she is at peace now. Exactly. She's with her loved ones, all of her ancestors, and pets. She's free now. So that is the one good thing we could say about all that. Yes. You too, Susan. You too, darling. You have a blessed day too. Love you so much. Mwah. I'm so glad that you could come by and hang out and watch this with me. But all right, sugars, next week, what do we have going on? I don't know yet. I have to think about it this weekend. I'll think about it over the weekend and see, maybe we'll start another getting to know other YouTubers, and maybe Hungry Fat Chick. She's a character. She's still around and still making content, I'm pretty sure. But God, my nose is so stuffy. Oh, so annoying. I've been out and about outside today a lot, and as the pollen or whatever, and whatever. Anyways, all right, sugars. I love each and every one of you. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can get notified when I go live or when I post a video or whatever. So it's 80 degrees. Woo, it's warmer there than it is here. It's not too bad here. It's actually pretty decent out here today. But yes. Just keep an eye on the channel. Next week, we'll get another project going. And of course, we'll hang out as always. Hang out like friends do. And yeah, keep an eye on the channel. That's all I can say. Tippy tippies to the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen are very much appreciated as well. This channel isn't monetized, so any tippy tips are very appreciated, but not necessary. You giving me your time is the most valuable thing that you could give to me or anybody else. We can make more money for ourselves, but we can't make more time for ourselves. So with that being said, thank you so much for giving me some of your time. Thank you. That's the most valuable thing that you can give me. The most precious thing that you can give me or anybody. Thank you. Mwah. I wish you all health, wealth, success, and happiness, and blessings, and protection over every single one of you, especially protection over all of our children, protection over them the most. Okay? We'll talk soon. Have a good weekend. Bye, sugar pies. Mwah.